YouTube family. Today I'm going to talk about the 3 top states, actually the cheapest states that you can purchase tax deeds in the United States. Now, before I get started, I want you guys to know this is only tax deeds, not tax liens. For those that are new to my channel, tax liens only provide certificates with interest. Tax deeds actually give you the deeds to the property, which gives you the freedom to do what you like with the property depending upon what state you purchase them in. Some states have redeemable deeds, and then some of them have straight deeds. But today, I believe, no, one of the states do have a redeemable, is a redeemable deed state. And what that means is if you go to the auction and you buy a property, you do have to wait a period of time to actually get a deed in order to sell it. So with that being said, I'm going to get right into the video and talk about the 3 cheapest states that you could buy tax deed properties in the United States. And for those that are interested or have been watching my channel, I finally have updated my tax deed course. I am an individual that live by my word. I practice what I preach. And I took down my tax deed course a while ago because things consistently started to change. And I thought, okay, I want to be relevant. I want to have relevant information. I don't want to just be like selling courses. So I do have a course coming up if you are interested in wanting to purchase a course. And before you think about it, don't let AI fool you. Trust me when I say I've tried to use AI in this business, and there's a lot of things that AI does not have because this is a super niche. However, there is some good information. If you're an expert in the business, they will give you information, but you got to be a little bit more detailed. But I'm going to get right into the video. The 3 top states to invest in tax deeds. The first one, I'm sure you probably would guess, is Michigan. Michigan is the first state that's one of the cheapest states to buy tax deeds. It has 83 counties, and the cheapest I saw an auction, property going to auction, was $300. Now, that doesn't mean that there are some that are less, because I'm sure there are a lot of properties in Michigan that are a lot less than $300. But that was the lowest bid that I saw when I checked a couple of months ago. The other thing about Michigan is it is an online auction. So guess what? If you're watching this, you can buy property in Michigan. In my opinion, I always tell my beginners, try to start in your own backyard. Don't go to a state because it's cheap. I've been there. I've done that. I have property in 2 different states that I do nothing with because I don't live there and I don't have boots on the ground to help me do whatever I really want to do with the property. So they're just sitting collecting dust. So unless you know people in Michigan or you're not familiar with Michigan, I suggest you take a trip or get some boots on the ground so that you, if you do decide to buy there, you know what to do. So it does happen online. So anybody could buy tax deed properties online in Michigan, and they normally happen in the fall and summer. So this is a really good time to check into Michigan and see what auctions are available. Like I said, there are 83 counties in Michigan, so there's plenty of inventory. I just looked on the software that I offer in my course, and they had over like $2 million worth of properties going in Michigan. I think that was a total. Don't quote me on that. But it was tons of properties that are going to sell in various counties of Michigan. The second state is Arkansas. Now, go figure. Arkansas is a little country town. I wouldn't be shocked if you guessed that one. It has 75 counties. Now, I did get this from AI, is that it is they say that it's the best beginners for entry into tax deed. I beg to differ on that because there's another strategy. But I mean, if you want to go about this yourself, yes, I would say Arkansas because there's plethora. When I say plethora, there's plenty, just like Chicago. In my course, I do have the links to these sites where you can do it, but you can just Google it and find it yourself. But the first is Michigan, second is Arkansas. Arkansas has 75 counties, and they too are online. Go figure, right? So if you're watching this video There's 2 golden nuggets to get started in this tax deed. Now, I always tell people, when you're doing tax deed investing, it is a super niche investment. A lot of people hear about it, but a lot of people don't invest in it because it does have minor details that can cause major problems if you don't know exactly what you're doing. And so I go over some of this stuff in my course, but I also like to give information because you can't figure this stuff out on your own. I would just advise, if you're gonna do ChatGPT or AI, cross-check it with the county. That's all I gotta say. I'm gonna give you some information. Cross-check it with the county. Now, some of the information I already know because I do tax deeds. I'm also going to give you a note right now that if you are watching this video, this is like the perfect time to invest in tax deeds, because guess what? Nobody's thinking about buying properties in the fall or the winter, right? Because the holidays are about to start happening. Everybody's, getting ready for Thanksgiving or, Christmas. So nobody's really thinking about putting up lump sums of cash to buy property. So Arkansas is the second one. The third is, guess what, you guys? I was so shocked. When I saw this. It says Texas is the 3rd state to buy cheap tax deeds. And I would actually agree. That's what made me move here. For you guys don't know, I moved from California to Texas, bought a lot for $750 and sold it for $15,000. And 2 months later, I moved here because I was like, either everybody is asleep and nobody's woke, or I don't know. I thought that I had made a mistake. Now, it took me 90 days to sell it because I purchased the deed. I was still living in California, and then I had to get here to find somebody to help me sell it. So that was a whole nother story within itself. However, I got infinite return on my investment. $750. I sold it for $15,000. You do the math on that. So I really believe that tax deeds is a great entry level to get into investing. It's very non-traditional. Remember, you don't need cash, credit, and no mortgage, right? So you don't have to go to a bank and get qualified. You can buy tax deeds anywhere. So just to recap this video and to give you the 3 main nuggets to buy the cheapest in the United States is 1, Michigan, which I'm quite sure a lot of you guys probably already knew that, right? Because Michigan is super cheap. Now, if I were you, I would not buy in Michigan, but if I were you and you're considering Michigan, I would go to the boards, the community development boards in the county that you're investing, and see what's to come. See what permits, see what plans are coming there, because that's how real investors make their money. They buy 5 and 6 years ahead of whatever permits have been submitted, because what does that mean? Those things are coming and you're ahead of the curve, okay? Now, I don't know about Michigan. I know it used to be industrial, not industrial, more like factories. So I don't know what's to come of that. But once again, from trial and error, I like you or someone that may be watching this video and be like, well, I need to go where it's cheap because I only have like $500. I would only do that if you have time and money to fly there. So if you only have $500, you probably don't have the time or the money to fly there. So I'd always suggest trying to invest in your backyard if you're in a tax deed state, or if you have family and boots on the ground. What I mean by boots on the ground, somebody that you know, that you trust, that can go drive by, knows the area, knows people that may be interested in buying or holding or fixing it up. One of the things that I always say in my videos about tax deeds is that you have so many different exit strategies to buy these properties. So I would highly suggest, depending upon what you want to do with the property, is going to determine what you are going to bid on that property. I know someone that has brought so many properties in Arkansas that they're literally giving them away. Why? Because they don't have the time to go there and they just brought them because they were cheap. Don't be that person. Be the person that buys with the plan. I always tell my students, before we even start, before we even go into where you're going to invest, what are you going to do when you get it? Like that, you got to kind of build the foundation, because literally, I gave you 3 places where you could buy a property super cheap. One of the things that I forgot to mention is that Texas, one of the reasons why I moved here, and I've noticed that they have their auctions every first Tuesday, so you always have an auction to go to, whereas some of the states like Michigan, they only have theirs in the fall and the spring. And I don't know why I didn't write down Arkansas. I don't know about Arkansas. I know they're online, but I don't know if they have them only fall and spring, so you'd have to figure that out. But I do know this, that literally all their counties is on their website, which most states aren't like that. Like Texas has a website where all the auctions with the different counties, but not all counties are on there. So anyway, I hope this video helps. I'm all about helping other people create wealth and financial freedom through this niche, which it is really, really, really possible, because guess what? You don't have to use all your cash or your credit. Funny story, true but fact. I went to a county, they were trying to get rid of the properties, and you could buy these properties on credit cards. So if you do have good credit and you have a credit card, there are some counties where you could buy these properties on a credit card. The credit card bill comes in 30 days. By the time you get that deed, you could already have it sold. So there's so many different strategies in investing in tax deeds, but I'm going to be pushing more of tax deeds because it's the end of the year, and I went to an auction this month, and literally there were like 4 people bidding, and when I tell you it was not that many people there, what does that tell you? People aren't going to be buying at the end of the month, at the end of the year. I know in December in Dallas County, people were getting lots for $3,000. So I'm here to tell you that there is a budget for everyone in this tax deed niche, and I look forward to helping those that want to be helped, and for those that don't, keep watching my videos and you'll figure it out. But happy investing, and I hope you get you a tax deed soon. Talk to you soon.